Hello everyone, it is Suki and today we're going to be checking out quite a long list of my glamour outfits due to popular requests. So yeah, I put up a poll about a week ago asking what things you guys wanted to check out, and this was definitely something that got a lot of votes, so we're going to be doing this today. I'm taking this and doing it over other things just because there's a bit more urgency with this in particular, because there's going to be some items on here that will be unobtainable in 5.1, so I figured that I'd get this video out first before any of the other ones, and because it sounds like fun. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So if it's going to be if you're one of those people who thinks it's going to be weird that there's a guy talking about women's articles of clothing, then that's fine. You don't have to watch the video. There'll be plenty of other videos on other pieces of content for you to check out later in the future. But for everyone else, let's just have some fun with it. We're going to be kind of trying to exclude kind of like obvious ones, like for instance the dance artifact gear. We don't really need to talk about this. I'm pretty sure most people know where you can get this. I mean, it's your artifact gear. Once you hit level 70 or 80, gotta get into that mindset. Once you hit level 80 and then and complete your whatever role quests you have active for whichever role you're doing, you should get access to all of the jobs under that role quest that can complete that role quest artifact gear once you hit level 80. Over in the last zone of the game. I'm not going to say which, just in case you don't know where to get it just yet, because you haven't gotten that far in the story. But yeah, we're going to try and exclude kind of more obvious outfits like that, and just yeah, let's get into it. Okay, and the first outfits we're gonna be trying on are the healer ones. When I first wrote the script for this, I was still a healer main, and while I still do heal a lot, kind of not been healing nearly as much as I used to in the past. But yeah, we're gonna start off with easily one of my favorites, and one that I get a lot of questions about, and that is the Republican Medicus's Chiton, just something. I don't know. Anyway, all of these things, by the way, all of the outfits that I'll be talking about should be in the description of the video, along with how to actually obtain them. But when it comes to this particular chest piece, it's actually obtained with wolf marks. So yeah, PvP, oh fun. There's gonna be a handful of pieces of glamour on here that you're gonna need to do some PvP in order to obtain, which I know is everybody's favorite activity to do in this game. Yeah, it kind of sucks. When we're kind of going for PvP items, my best advice for you, as someone who obviously hates PvP in this game, is to just do your frontline roulette. I totally forgot what it was called because I don't even do it that often. But yeah, I'd say definitely do your frontline roulette, because that gives you a nice bonus of wolf marks just for completing it, and depending on if your team actually wins, you might even get more. So yeah, that's kind of my my advice. If you can't just get together 4 people and just go do the feast and mess around in that, then yeah, definitely frontline roulette is probably your best bet for getting some wolf marks. As for everything else, we have the Shisui Mangu of Healing, which is our headpiece here. This is obviously gotten from the level 63 dungeon, Shisui of the Violet Tides. For our gloves, we're actually wearing RE half gloves, or RE gloves, I don't remember which, but these are obviously the starting gear gloves for the Ra. Obviously, if you're not playing Ra, you're not going to have access to those, so as suitable replacement would be Thavnarian half gloves or Thavnarian gloves, which these are crafted, but they've been known to come out of like various like boxes from like, I think like Palace of the Dead or something. So yeah, anything that I say is crafted, obviously you can go check out the market board or try and craft it yourself depending on if you have a crafter's level. But yeah, check on the market board. I don't think they're that expensive, but I guess that kind of depends on the server. For our leg piece, we have Thavnarian tights. Again, same thing with the gloves. These have come from various boxes out of Palace of the Dead, I believe, so they might be cheaper. than they normally would be, but check the market board. And then for our boots, we have the Gambler's boots, which you're going to be seeing these boots a lot because they're like my favorite boots, and you can obtain these from the Gold Saucer for 30,000 MGP. But yeah, this is probably my favorite healer set, and it has remained so for like the past couple years, so I really enjoy the set. So yeah, I even have commissioned art of me in this set. It's great, I love it. But yeah, let's move on. And the next set we're going to be looking at is the High Allegan set. I know we said we weren't going to like do some kind of obvious sets, but I can't not talk about the High Allegan set for healers because it was one of my favorite sets for like the first few years of the game, and it still is. I don't wear it nearly as much as I used to back in the day. But we have the High Allegan coat of healing, which comes from turn 7. I should know because I spent way too long when they finally uncapped second coil trying to get this thing, and I lost it to the other healer so many other times too. I lost it like 3 times to the other healer when I was trying to farm for this coat. I love this coat. For the headpiece, we have the High Allegan circlet of healing, which comes from turn 8. We have the High Allegan gloves of healing, which come from turn 6. I actually got that from my first turn 6 clear, which was a lot of fun. Nice, some memories there. We have the bridesmaids tights, which actually you can craft these, or you can actually buy them from Ul'dah. There's a particular shop in Ul'dah that sells them, although it's probably cheaper to have them crafted. But in case you're not a crafter, you can actually purchase them in Ul'dah. And I don't know, I'll have the exact NPC with coordinates in the description or something. And then obviously we have the Gambler's boots again. Now it's also worth noting that when it comes to the High Allegan gear, you can now actually get these crafted now rather than actually clearing the raids, which clearing the raids actually isn't that difficult anymore if you just unsync it. But if you want dyeable versions of these, which I haven't dyed any of mine, or don't like dyeing any of mine, but if you do want dyed versions of these particular sets, then you can actually get these crafted. You can check the market board or try and craft it yourself, as always. But yeah, can't go without talking about this set because it's been one of my favorites for quite a while. Alright, for our next set, we actually have the Star Velvet Himation of Healing. This set was a lot more unique before Shadowbringers came out, which is when I actually first started scripting this video. But obviously with the release of Shadowbringers, we actually have a lot more Himation gear for a lot more types of jobs actually. Before there was really only available for healers and casters, but now you got them available for all kinds of Disciples of War as well. So that's really nice. Obviously you can take kind of what you learn from this outfit and kind of apply it to all the other types of Himations that you can find out there. I should probably mention, by the way, that I'm probably going to be mispronouncing a lot of these articles of clothing, so just forgive me there. But yeah, that's what we got here. This Star Velvet Himation of Healing. This is obviously crafted gear. It might actually be kind of expensive nowadays since it's kind of outdated healer gear, crafted healer gear. And those things tend to go for much higher prices nowadays, seeing as not many people are crafting them anymore, and it's mostly just there for glamour. So yeah, these things can kind of get kind of pricey, but I guess check the market board and see. For a headpiece, we're using the Bright Lily corsage, which is crafted gear. You can actually grow these yourself and craft them on Alchemist if your Alchemist is high enough. For our gloves, we're using Ari Hoff gloves again, which again are specific to Al Ra. If you're not in Al Ra or would want to try something else, then again I highly recommend using Thavnarian gloves. For our legs, you can kind of see here we're using Thavnarian tights and Gambler's boots again. You'll notice that combination. I really like that combination, along with the Bridesmaids tights as well. So yeah, that's what this outfit is. And moving on to the next outfit, this is one of the outfits that I was talking about at the beginning of the video, and this is the Makai Moon Guides gown. Now when it comes to Makai gear, or Garo gear in particular, if you guys have not heard the announcements, but the Garo gear that you can obtain with wolf marks over in the Wolf's Den will become unavailable to obtain in patch 5.1. So you have a time limit on when you can actually obtaining these items if you haven't obtained them already, which, I mean, to be fair, we've had these items available for the last few years, I believe, so you know, we've had plenty of time to obtain them in the past. But yeah, as far as I know, 5.1, all of these items are probably going to disappear, probably forever. If they do pop up back up into the game, I expect you'll be paying real life money for it on the Mog Station. So if you want to obtain them for free with in-game item currency, I suppose, then now is your chance to get it with wolf marks. Again, I know wolf marks PvP, not a whole lot of people like PvP, I don't either, but to obtain some of this gear, we're gonna have to delve into some PvP. But yeah, as for when patch 4.1 is, there's no like actual release date so far as of the making of this video. I'm sure as we kind of get closer to it, you'll be able to figure out when 5.1 is. But at the very least, I'd say you'd have at least a couple more months until 5.1 at the current making of this video. So get on it if you want to get any of the Garo gear that I mentioned in this video, which there's a handful. There isn't a whole lot, but there's a handful. For our circlet, this is just normal crafted gear. This is the platinum